What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Is cryptocurrency back? We will be discussing that in depth tonight. Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday show. I am Stock Holiday, and we are going to be discussing a plethora of things pertaining to the cryptocurrency market. Some of the things that we've been seeing most recently, especially last week, we saw astronomical pumps, not only in Bitcoin, but several of the altcoins, which gave us great hope, gave us a lot of confidence and a lot of comfort that altcoins are here and altcoins are not dead. Because that was one of the questions that had been looming around the cryptocurrency market. That is where a lot of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt had been coming from as far as altcoins. What will altcoins do? Will altcoins return? Are altcoins worth anything? There were a lot of questions pertaining to altcoins, and those questions are not all answered. Yes, we did see a nice pump last week. We are continuing to see nice pumps, but nevertheless, we still have several questions on the table when it comes to altcoins and the cryptocurrency market as a whole. So nevertheless, Bitcoin is still holding up strong. We know we did touch 79,000 a few days ago, came back down, pulled back just a little bit, which is normal because we all know that nothing is going to go up in a straight line. So as you can see tonight, Sunday night, Bitcoin is holding strong. I mean, 77,000 is very strong for Bitcoin at this particular point in the cycle, especially you're talking about 2026 and some of the things that we've been seeing in 2026, some of the downturns as far as going through this rough, this tiring, this boring bear market that we've been having to suffer through the entire year of 2026. So to see a little bit of a recovery, to see a little bit of a relief rally, if that's what you want to call it, is very welcoming and is very comforting. I'll take it all day. DG in the moonlight, what's going on with you, my man? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday show. He said, what's going down, Stock? Big weeks coming ahead. Man, we got our fingers crossed. We saw the outstanding performance toward the end of last week. So we're hoping we can continue to see that momentum carry on, because you see what 2026 dealt us. The first half of 2026, I mean, we are at the tail end of August, heading into September. So we're going to see what the rest of the year of 2026 have in store for us. But one of the things that has been very hopeful is that altcoins have been pumping. You know, these are some of the coins and some of the things that people have been saying altcoins are dead. Don't worry about altcoins. Just go heavy in Bitcoin. And I vividly remember my first cycle that I was in, 2018, whatever that was, 2019. We were buying Bitcoin, and then altcoins would start to pump. We was like, damn, we should have been in altcoins. And then altcoin would start to slow down and Bitcoin would pump. And we would sell our altcoins to get into Bitcoin. I mean, we were going back and forth, doing the wrong things because we were newbies. We had no idea how to dominate and how to move around in the cryptocurrency market. So that's where experience comes into play. That's where being involved in the cryptocurrency community comes in play. Those of you who are in the Patreon, shouts out to you. You know, we chop it up, we talk back and forth all day, every day, which is very helpful to be able to bounce ideas off of one another as we push through the wonderful world of the cryptocurrency market. So here we are tonight. We're sitting at a Bitcoin $77,000. Bitcoin dominance 59.27%. Now that right there is also one of the things that have been having me scratching my head, because I thought that if the Bitcoin dominance stayed in the 59% dominance range, I'm like, well, altcoins are not really going to pump if Bitcoin dominance stayed that strong. And look at what happened. Bitcoin dominance 59.27%, and altcoins are still doing their thing, I think that's very positive. Just imagine when the Bitcoin dominance get down to 58%, 57%, 56%. You talking about altcoins blowing through the roof. That's why it's so important to buy these altcoins at the low levels that we've been buying them at through the first part of 2026. And we were able to sit back and reap the benefits and rewards from us being courageous enough to buy the bottoms of 2026. Now, is the market going to go lower than what we've seen so far? Who knows? But if it does, and if it do, then we know just continue the dollar cost average. We're not worried about the fluctuations. We know this is still 2026. It's no big deal. We're going to monitor the markets and continue to dominate. Let's see what we got here. So the fear and greed index, is at 78. We're very close to extreme greed. And I do remember that the last time we were in extreme greed, it didn't last for too long. We were all scratching our heads. But typically when you hit extreme greed, you will see a violent correction, a violent pullback. So who knows what's going to happen once we get closer to hitting extreme greed. Right now, we are at greed at 78. Once we get into the 80s, my finger's going to be on the trigger. I'm going to be taking a little bit of profits. Absolutely. And I'll be letting you know over there in the Patreon when I do start to take profits when we get to extreme greed. Toro, what is going on with you, young man? He say, what up, though, coach? Must be my folks out there in Detroit. You know, them folks always with the what up, though. So shouts out to my man, Toro. Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. But we have some great things coming up this coming week. The traditional markets will open up tomorrow, Monday. We're going to see how the stock market opens up. We're going to see how cryptocurrency plays out when it opens up Monday morning. We had a very solid weekend. You know, sometime over the weekends, crypto could get a little shaky from what we've been seeing through the year of 2026 so far. But this weekend, Bitcoin held strong, which is very promising also. These are some of the things that we continue to pay attention to. You know, you want to pay attention to the characteristics of Bitcoin. You want to pay attention to the characteristics of the market in general. You take a look at Ethereum. The Ethereum dominance is 11.24%. And that's also very excellent. I remember earlier in the year, we saw the Ethereum dominance about 7%. And now we are at 11.24%. So that just goes to show how fast things move. Things move at a very rapid pace. Ethereum sitting at $2,430. I think that is very promising also, because we know we definitely need Ethereum and Solana to perform well. As long as Ethereum does well, we know a lot of the altcoins are sitting on the Ethereum blockchain. So we need Ethereum to hold up and be solid, as well as Solana. There's a lot of coins sitting on the Solana blockchain as well. We need those layer one blockchains to do well. BZ the Genius, welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. And this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. He said, Coach, XRP is going to be that one. I mean, people have been talking about XRP for years. You cannot be surprised if XRP just go through the roof and moonshot. I mean, XRP has been suppressed for years and years and years. XRP is due. You ain't lying about that. So I agree. XRP could shock the world. You know, there are some outrageous numbers that people are throwing out there about XRP, but XRP could do very well. 10x, something like that wouldn't surprise me at all. At all. Wouldn't be surprised to see, I wouldn't be surprised to see a $15 XRP. And remember, a few weeks ago, we were buying XRP at $1. So to get to $15, I'll be selling at $9, $10. Give me that 9x, 10x. These are 174 cent. XRP is going to 50 cent. Pepe is the king this cycle. Could be. Anything is possible, man. I don't put nothing past any of that stuff, man. This is cryptocurrency. This is why we are in cryptocurrency, because anything is possible. We've seen it cycle after. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. Yeah, but anything is possible when it comes to this cryptocurrency market, which is why we're all in crypto. We know that anything is possible. So we're in it to win it. We're playing it very close. Playing it very close to our sleeve. Want to continue to dominate. Want to make some multipliers for sure. So another journey that we're on, another cycle, opportunity, chance that we have to get it right. Like I say, in this cryptocurrency world, all you got to do is get it right once. All you got to do is get it right once. You get it right once, you'll be good. So we're going to continue to be patient. We're going to continue to watch how things play out. Over there in the Patreon, we've been talking about some of the meme coins over there on the Robinhood blockchain. The Robinhood blockchain have some awesome coins over there. And these coins have been doing great multipliers. One coin in particular that we're in just hit a 10x from where we started. Just hit a 10x today. So that right there is very exciting. Like I said, especially considering all the ups and downs, all the uncertainty that we have been through in the year of 2026. I mean, 2026 has been rough. This has not been an easy year, even though we know that we are to expect a lot of volatility in the bear market, and we have definitely experienced a lot of volatility, but you got to take it on the chin. It is what it is. And we just continue to move forward, be patient, dollar cost average in, buy the bottoms, so forth and so on. So definitely beautiful and exciting to see the pumps that we had last week. Definitely going to take that and going to continue to push and dollar cost average where needed. There's still a lot of coins out there. These coins are still down 50, 60, 70% from the highs that they were at last year. So we still got a lot of room, still got some time to get into these plays. Excuse me. But one of the most important things, we were buying early in the bear market. So we don't really have to wait till the bull market start. We don't have to wait till quote unquote altcoin season start. By the time things really start rolling and the pressure really starts shooting up, we will probably already be at 7, 8, 10x, stuff like that, because we've been buying so early. So definitely a good time to be in cryptocurrency. We're going to continue to pay attention to the market, pay attention to the various coins that we're in, and most importantly, see how the coins that we like are correlating and running right along Bitcoin. Like I mentioned last week, if you have some altcoins, if you have plays and coins and they were still red last week while the rest of the market was pumping, if you were in a coin and that coin was red last week, I can't tell you what you should do, but I know what I would do. Never get married to any play. Never get married to any play. Feel free at any time to let them down plays go. But 77,000 Bitcoin going through the weekend, I think that is excellent. That's pretty good. We'll take that all day. Ethereum, 2,430 bucks. I think that's excellent also. We're going to take that all day as well. Let's see who we got rocking with us. Who we got? Henry Oak. Henry Oak, what's going on with you, fella? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Henry say he's feeling bullish. He say he's feeling the momentum. He's seeing Bitcoin starting to pump. Bitcoin juking, going left, going right. $77,450 for Bitcoin right now is an excellent move. It is good to see Bitcoin holding strong. It is good to see Bitcoin recovering and starting to make a move to the upside. It is about time. Like I say, nothing's going to go down in a straight line. Nothing's going to go down forever unless it's a scam, unless it's a rug pull. And we know Bitcoin is not a scam. Bitcoin is not a rug pull. So it's not going to go down forever. And as you can see, Bitcoin is starting to recover as we're sitting at $77,440. Who else we got rocking with us tonight? Beezy the Genius say, we're talking about real world use cases at this point. No price. Meme coins are going to crash once Clarity Act passes. It's still early, man. In my opinion, meme coins still have a chance to explode. I don't think Clarity Act is going to kill meme coins. Clarity Act may kill some of the scam coins. And if you're in one of the scam coins, hey, get up out them joints. But as far as the meme coins, there are some solid and great meme coins that are very low right now that could make great multipliers. Henry Oak say many folks are still sidelined. You're right, Henry. There's still a lot of folks on the sideline. Still a lot of folks that are uncertain what to do with the market. They're uncertain. Should they get in right now? Should they continue to stay on the sideline? You're right. There's still a lot of folks on the sideline. Crypto Rico, what's going on with you, young man? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live show. If this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, do me a favor and hit the like button. HTTR all day. What's going on, fella? He say, my main man Stock, I'm super bullish based on these hidden gems I've been stacking. Man, you ain't lying. There are a lot of hidden gems in the market. There are a lot. Like I say, there are tons of altcoins. The market is oversaturated. So you kind of like on Easter, you doing Easter egg hunting. There are a lot of hidden gems if you know how to hunt for the hidden gems. You're right, brother HTTR. He say anything that is not top 50 market cap, I would get rid of. They pyramid schemes are about to crash. Well, we've seen several top 50 coins that were rug pulls. So just because it's top 50 don't mean that you are going to escape the volatility of cryptocurrency and the scam of cryptocurrency. He said gassing is up right now. I'm about to check that out. Meme fi is down 65%. Definitely got to be careful of that one. But maybe it was up 200% last week. HTTR say meme still has a chance. Just be in the right ones. I don't hold any, but may grab one. Yep, I agree. Just got to make sure that you do your due diligence. Make sure you're in the right ones. And if you do find a super low cap meme coin, like I have found several super low cap meme coins. You just got to vet them right. You got to check the wallets, check the founders, the developers, see what percentage they have in the coins, top 10%, the top 10 wallets, all that kind of stuff, how many holders. There's a lot of things you got to look at when you're vetting these altcoins, especially these meme coins. So I found several. I put in a little bit. I'll watch how it play. And then if it looked like it's playing good, boom, I'll amp it up. If it looked like it may be doing some little foolery, then I'll keep my low entry and just continue to monitor and watch it. But like I say, over there in the Patreon, we have several meme coins that we've been running, and one of them did hit a 10x today. So shouts out to everybody over there in the Patreon. Noob Smoke, what's going on, brother? 40K? What you mean 40K? Are you saying Bitcoin's going to go to $40,000? Talk to me. HTTR say, man, people just don't even know what I've been stacking, fam. BZ must be a newbie. No disrespect. Yeah, there are a lot of hidden gems, man, and everybody has been doing their discovery, doing their research, and have been dollar cost averaging. He said buying meme coins is like buying scratch-offs, though, coach, or voting on the Raiders. That's hilarious. It's like holding athletics baseball cards, coach. What? Come on, BZ, cut it out. Cut it out. But like I say, last week we did see some great movements in the world of cryptocurrency. It seemed like there are a lot of eyes, there are a lot of attention that's starting to come back to the world of cryptocurrency. Soon and very soon, people are going to be FOMOing back into cryptocurrency. And what is that going to do? That's just going to continue to push the price up. So shouts out to those of you who have been solid, diligent in the market, patient and trusting the process. Now you are reaping the benefits of your patience. You are being well rewarded right now. I know I open up my portfolio and I just take a deep breath and be like, damn, I'm so glad that I was patient. I'm so glad that I was trusting the process. Brother Corbin, what's going on with you, man? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. He say, what up, coach? What happened to Aventus? They got hacked, I heard. I know when we looked at it last week, Aventus looked like it was all scrambled up, bro. So we're going to take a look at it again today. I be with the GOAT. What is going on with you, boy? He said, coach, acknowledge everything at least once. I be with the GOAT is in the house. But like I say, the markets were doing well last week. We're going to be entering a new week, a new work week coming tomorrow. We're going to see how the stock market is going to open up. We're going to see how the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones are going to be looking. And we're going to see how the cryptocurrency is going to follow or relate to the traditional finance markets. Will the continuous pumps and green candles continue? Or will we see a correction, and will we see a pullback? It's only been about 3 or 4 days. Will we see maybe a 2-week run? How high do you think Bitcoin will go during this current pump that we're in? Is crypto back? Is the question of the week. XRP is beating Ethereum and Bitcoin this week. Which token you think has the biggest upside? I know somebody mentioned earlier XRP 50 cent. But XRP is making waves. The token has climbed roughly 30% over the past week and is outperforming both Bitcoin and Ethereum and putting itself firmly in the spotlight once again. We know the XRP army has been around for years. Excuse me. We know XRP army is probably the strongest army around. A lot of OGs in the cryptocurrency market are XRP soldiers. But Bitcoin remains the market leader, while Ethereum is showing renewed strength. Now, we know old man Ether had his issues, was stuck, was ill, was sick for a minute. Looked like old man Ether was not going to recover, but it is showing renewed strength. XRP's momentum is impressive, but whether it continues will depend on broader market conditions, liquidity, and investor sentiment. So we're going to kick back. We're going to see what type of liquidity flows in and out of the market. We're going to see what type of investor sentiment displays itself around XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Nevertheless, crypto does remain highly volatile, and past performance is never a guarantee of future results. But all we can do is watch the markets, pay attention to the 4-year cycle, most importantly, which is what we have been doing. The 4-year cycle has really been guiding us, keeping us comfortable through this 2026 tumultuous times that we've been going through in this bear market. HTTR said he got that crystal ball delivered to him last week. I'm still waiting on mine. I ordered the crystal ball from Amazon. But HTTR say tomorrow will be a green day. Trust me. So he must got that crystal ball. New Smoke say Bitcoin to 100,000. Hold then will be a superior crash. Worse than October 10th. October 10th was nasty. We don't want to see any more October 10th movements, unless it's to the upside. Imagine that. Imagine if we get a October 10th to the upside. He say during a bear market, you know what's in his glass. Man, during a bear market, I was on JD, boy. Jack Daniels all day during that bear market. Now I could kick back. Portfolio is looking excellent. Portfolio is looking like a good old green apple. So I could sip on a couple of cold ones, man. He say, oh, Ethereum in physical therapy right now. He gonna get up soon and be moving soon. He moving right now. Physical therapy has been working out well for old man Ether. We are very proud of old man Ether and the progress that he has made and is making. I think he even pulled the ACL. He had breathing issues. I mean, old man Ether was jacked up. So he is doing well. He wrote me a letter told me to tell y'all he appreciate all the kind words, cards, and all the thoughts that you guys have been giving him throughout these challenging times that the old man has been going through. But you take a look at Bitcoin, you see what Bitcoin is doing right now. Now, this is over the past week. That chart still looks excellent. That number still looks excellent. $77,500 looks excellent. Great number. Up 22.6% on the week. Outstanding move, outstanding pump, outstanding recovery. This is what it is that we like to see. This is why we have been so patient in the cryptocurrency world, in the cryptocurrency market. You take a look at the Fear and Greed Index, we are at 79. Please continue to pay attention to the Fear and Greed Index. Once we get into extreme greed, Katie bought a door. Katie bought a door. You had to be careful. You get to extreme greed, it's going to be like pressing your luck. Remember that little TV show? You press your luck, boom, you'll win another $1,000. Press your luck again, boom, you'll win $5,000. You say, you know what, let me press my luck again. You could lose 50%. You could lose almost all of it. You get a whammy. You don't want to get no whammy. That Fear and Greed Index, pigs get fat. Hogs get slaughtered. Boy, be too greedy if you want to and not take profits. But the market is looking well overall. Bitcoin dominance 59.2%. Ethereum dominance 11.3%. We know earlier in the year we even saw the Ethereum dominance at 7%. So that just goes to show how far of a recovery that we have made. Just that quick. Cryptocurrency moves very quick to the upside and to the downside. Now, we've seen how fast things can move to the downside. Now, over last week, we saw how fast things can move to the upside. So what do you think will happen in Q4? Ooh, Dent. Ooh, hey, Dent. Crypto Rico, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Man, I was in Dent. That was when I first got into crypto. Dent was one of the coins that I used to make a lot of money on. Dent always performed well. He say Dent went up 400% today. Shouts out to Crypto Rico, messing with Dent, understanding and trusting the process on these doggone small caps. Yeah, there are coins out there. I mean, there's still coins that's going to do 20x, 30x. You see Dent did a 4x in one day. And we talking about 2026. Bear market type issues. Doing a 4x in one day? Okay. Play with the market if you want to. But that is great. See, these are the things that really make and gives us confidence in the market. These are the things that really gives us hope in the market, especially hope when it comes to altcoins. Everybody was wondering, what are altcoins going to do? Will altcoins recover? Because that was a real concern in the cryptocurrency community. People were wondering about altcoins, wondering, should they even mess around with altcoins, or should they just stick with Bitcoin? People were saying, nah, the only thing you should be in right now is Bitcoin. But I get it. You know, 2025 put a bad taste in a lot of folks' mouth. Nobody wanted to touch Bitcoin. Nobody wanted to touch nobody wanted to touch the altcoins. Nobody wanted to touch the altcoins because of how they were getting destroyed. And that's when people really start saying, you know what? it's probably best that we just be in Bitcoin. We be in Bitcoin, we'll be safe. We play it safe. I get it. But if you understand the cycle, you kind of gotta make a play on it. You kind of gotta make a play on it, man. So a lot of folks were scared out of the market. A lot of folks exited the market because there was so much volatility, especially last year in 2025. People were let down with the performances of altcoins especially. And people got fed up. People just got tired and said, you know what? I think I'm done. I played it enough. It didn't work out for me. And let me just go ahead and go about my way. And I get it. Yeah. And now we're sitting here towards quarter three, 2026. We're quarter three, 2026, and things have been all over the place. Things have been all over the place. 2026 started off rough. Bloodbath, February 1st, 2026. Caught everybody by surprise. And then you guys know what ended up happening after that. We just continuing to see dip after dip after dip. And now we're here. Last week we saw explosive recovery. So that right there gave us great hope and excitement. And we're just going to continue to see what the market has in store for us through the rest of this year. I mean, somebody did mention something about maybe we'll be at $100,000 quarter four towards the end of this year. Man, all-time high is $126,000. We really not supposed to see all-time highs until after the Bitcoin halving, 2028. We're 2026. If we can get near 100,000 in 2026, an all-time high is 126,000, boy, people have been talking about a super cycle. Last year, the topic of a super cycle was discussed. But I'll tell you this, if we hit $100,000 in 2026 and we $26,000 away from all-time high in 2026, boy, 2028 can really be explosive. 2028 can really be explosive, but we're just going to be patient. We're going to let things play themselves out. Paying attention to the market is very important. Keeping your ear to the market, listening what's going on in the political sphere. Things are always moving. A lot of behind the scenes are always happening. This country may have approved cryptocurrency. This country may have did this. Last week, they were talking about hyperliquid and bringing hyperliquid to the United States. So they're not just saying these things for nothing. They're saying these things for a reason. So you kind of want to keep these things in your peripheral. Keep these things in your mental space, listening. Because when things start to move, as you can see last week, they're going to move very quick. They're going to move so quick, you're going to be questioning yourself. So the best thing you can do is to get in position and get ready. Best thing you could do is get in position and get ready. But like I say, tomorrow's going to be a new week. The way the stock market has been moving, the stock market has been doing well, which is good. Artificial intelligence plays over there in the stock market has been doing well. A lot of money is being made over there. And there are a lot of Bitcoin crypto related companies over there in the stock market. If you guys don't have any exposure to some of those plays over there in the stock market that are crypto related, you may just want to take a peek over there and see what's going on. Even plays like COINBASE. COINBASE performed so well last week. And it still has a lot more room to grow. But nevertheless, Bitcoin sitting at $77,000. Bitcoin dominance 59.27%. That right there is awesome. It shows that when the Bitcoin dominance get to 58%, that means altcoins are really going to be exploding. If you thought altcoins exploded last week, we haven't seen nothing. That's why the fear and greed index sitting at 78 is not really bothering me that much. For the simple fact that the fear and greed index or the Bitcoin dominance is still so high. We still got a lot more movements to go to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance. So I'm not really concerned, not really worried a whole bunch when it comes to the fear and greed index. We'll probably just be trading sideways for a little bit. And then we could kick in and shift gears once again to the upside. Like I said, there were a lot of folks thinking that Q4 October was supposed to be where the market Bitcoin is going to bottom out at. We may have already seen the bottom at June 30th. $58,000 Bitcoin. That may have already been the bottom. And if that was, those folks who were not trusting the dollar cost average fundamentals are going to have to chase the tops, which is something I never like to do. I never want to be in position to where I have to chase the top because I wasn't buying in dollar cost averages, excuse me. Summer Sunrise, what's going on with you? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Summer Sunrise say, is there any hope for Circle? There is a lot of hope for plays like Circle, a lot of hope for plays like COINBASE, so forth and so on. So yeah, I was dollar cost averaging buying Circle a few weeks ago when it hit the bottom, maybe $69 or something like that. Was it $56 it got? Wherever it was, man, we were buying it. We were buying it up because we know soon and very soon, once the cryptocurrency market turns back around, especially Circle's going to turn back around. Who else we got rocking with us on this wonderful Sunday night? Was kicking back, watching the Rolly Romero fight last night. Had a good time watching a little boxing event. Watched a little bit of football today. A little preseason. Noob say, I think Canton can do well, honestly, so I choose hand play, some Edel. Athena, we know Athena is a powerhouse. Athena is a powerhouse. We saw what Athena's been doing over the past week. Powerhouse moves. Corbin say, I might gamble and throw a few $100 in the GST. Hasn't pumped yet. Here's of a gamble. I wouldn't do it to anyone reading this. No docs ever. What is going on with you, my man? Shouts out to no docs ever. Kool-Aid Jones, what's going on with you, my man? Shouts out to my boy Kool-Aid Jones. Back fresh in the flesh. Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Hit that like button if this is your first time stepping up in the house. But Bitcoin is holding strong, man. Wonderful week that we just ran through. $62,000, $63,000 all the way to $78,000, $79,000 in a matter of 3, 4, 5 days is excellent. Couldn't ask for anything more than that, especially from what we have been seeing over the past 7, 8 months. This is a great week to be in cryptocurrency. Ondo, yeah, I do like Ondo. I think Ondo's going to do well for sure. Phantom Beat, what's going on with you, man? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Let's take a look at DIT. He say DIT made some power moves today. Damn. Woo. Look at here, look at here. Up over 170% in one day. Man, these moves that we're seeing several coins that run up 100, 200% in 24 hours. Old school altcoin season issues. Old school altcoin season issues. Look at that. Look at that. God. Yesterday, the market cap was $2.9 million. That thing ran all the way up to $9.65 million market cap in one day. Did like a 5x in one day. Went from 2 million, 3 million market cap to 10 million. And over the past year, this coin is still down 87%. That's what I'm saying. These coins, the market is so beat down because of what we experienced in 2025. The fact that altcoins didn't pump in 2025, that means there are great opportunities to get into these coins in 2026. And then these things explode 2027, 2028. Man. It's going to be a lot of folks making exponential gains in this market because 2025 never did pump. Altcoins never really did pump in 2025. What's the market cap in 2025? $73 million market cap for DIT. 76, 78, $80 million market cap, September 2025 for DIT. Then last week it got to $2-3 million market cap. Shouts out to my boy who did that 4X. Who was that? Whoever did that 4X, boy. I see Binance done flipped XRP again. Yesterday we saw XRP had flipped Binance and XRP was number 4. Now Binance is back in the number 4th slot. XRP is in the number 5th slot. Market cap for Binance is 93.2 billion. Market cap for XRP, 93.02 billion. So in a few hours, XRP could flip Binance again. So that's a race that we're going to continue to watch. Shouts out to my boy, Tony Trump. Tony Trump is in the house, man. Tony Trump has been doing his thing all year. He's been giving us the plays. He's been telling us to be patient because he's right there in the White House. He's in the meetings with his uncle. He's letting us know when Donald Trump is acting a fool. He's letting us know when to go left, when to go right. He's telling us when to be patient. The market is going to recover. Shouts out to my boy, Tony Trump. He say, just buy the doggone dip. Shouts out to Tony Trump in the house once again. Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show, Brother Trump. He said TradFi going to be a big element this cycle, I feel. We shall see. Aerodrome Finance, a dark horse. Developers have been buying a lot of work on a platform. Big merge incoming. Emil Cabrillo say, I'm not taking a risk with meme coins anymore. Man, there are some meme coins out there that are still going to perform well. You just got to do your due diligence, even though meme coins, when the market is crashing, meme coins always get the worst bruises and they always get destroyed the most. But when the market is going to the upside, meme coins are the ones that get the best explosion. So everybody is different. As the CEO of their own portfolio, I get it. He said Scott Bessent needs to double down on the bond buyback. Then it'll get crazy. Man, it's going to be a lot of movement. It's going to be a lot of movement in September, and we're just a few weeks away from September. So hopefully everybody is getting things in position right now. You want to make sure that your portfolio is straight. Get things lined up, because when the market starts moving, it moves very fast. Moves very fast. Like I say, next month, September, we do have next FOMC meeting, September 15th, 16th. Who knows? We could get a surprise there. Then also September 15th, we know the Clarity Act is back on the bulletin board. It's going to be back on the table September 15th. They're going to sit down again and talk about the Clarity Act. And the Clarity Act is what a lot of folks have been waiting on, wondering what direction that the politicians are going to go in. Are they going to go ahead and approve the Clarity Act? The Clarity Act is a digital asset market structure bill that will clarify jurisdiction between the SEC for the securities and the CFTC for the commodities over digital assets. So it's very important. It's also going to provide a great framework for stablecoins, DeFi, and tokenized assets. And we know tokenized assets is one of the new things that is on the table. A lot of people are pushing towards the token asset side of these digital commodities. You see tokenized assets everywhere. You're talking about Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. Everybody's pushing towards tokenized assets. So the Clarity Act is going to be a huge feature a huge bill if it gets passed or if it don't. So like I say, it could potentially boost the mainstream adoption. So that is what we have on the table when it comes to Clarity Act. You talking about really having the potential to seeing cryptocurrency really go mainstream. We talking about mainstream adoption. So we're going to sit back and wait, so that's the next major procedural step for the Clarity Act. The Senate vote scheduled for September 15th, 2026. The vote will determine whether the Senate proceeds to formal debate and amendments on the legislation. Simple as that. So having the Clarity Act Senate meeting for September 15th and the FOMC meeting date for September 15th, 16th, that's going to be a pivotal week. Mark that on your calendar, September 15th. Will it be a buy the rumor, sell the news type event? Nevertheless, you want to have that on your calendar. You don't want to get caught slipping. You don't want to get caught by surprise and having things happen and you're not aware or had no idea about September 15th. I had no idea the FOMC meeting was going to be occur. I didn't know about the Clarity Act meeting. You want to make sure that you are paying attention to these markets and the happenings in the cryptocurrency space. No docs ever say, you gonna let us take a peek at your bag stock, what you carrying? Always. Hit me over there in the Patreon. We'll chop it up. He said the Dems donors are even telling them, get this bill done now. Phantom Beat, you ain't lying about that. There's a lot of pressure on both sides to get it done. Last Tony, what's going on with you, brother? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. He say, hey, Stock, how do you feel about Flare Coin? I haven't quite taken a look at Flare Coin. There's so many coins out there, a lot of new coins out there that I'm still looking into because I really want to learn more about these new coins. I really want to continue to invest in some of these new coins because I know each cycle there's going to and always will be the new coins that will kind of take precedent of their entire market. So there's a couple of coins that I got in that I think is going to do well. That's already been doing well for my team. And we're going to continue to look at some of these new coins because every time I take a look at the crypto bubbles, I'm like, what is this coin? What is that coin? So it's a lot of research that is having to go into looking at these new coins and paying attention to which one of these coins will be performing best in this upcoming market. So if you take a look at the crypto bubbles, you know we have been talking about Cash Cat for a very long time. We've been talking about the Robinhood blockchain. We talked about how last cycle the Solana blockchain was brand new. We were making exponential gains. We were buying those Solana coins on the Soulflare wallet. We were buying those Solana coins on the Phantom wallet. We were making a lot of gains. We were making great multipliers. I really can't say because YouTube, they'll strike my channel if I say how much we was making for some reason. But I think the Robinhood blockchain is going to perform just like the Solana blockchain performed last cycle. So I think it's very valuable to look into that so you don't get left behind. You don't want to get left behind. Plays like Cash Cat. Cash Cat is probably one of the largest coins over there on the Robinhood blockchain. So we're going to be taking a look at Cash Cat. I have a nice position in Cash Cat. We've been in Cash Cats for several weeks. Several other Robinhood coins that we're in. One coin that we're in over there in the Patreon, we hit a 10x today. Not all in one day, but since we started a few weeks ago, we're already at a 10x. So that's the benefit of getting into these plays early. That's the benefit of keeping your ear to the market. And that's the benefit of having experience from the previous cycles. You kind of get familiar with where to go, where to look at, what to look for, so forth and so on. So still early, we're still 2026. We still got a long ways to go. I mean, we talking about still 2 years from the next Bitcoin halving. So don't panic. Don't think that you're running out of time, but soon and very soon, like I say, FOMO is going to kick in. People are going to have the fear of missing out. People who exited last year, they are going to come back into the market. I mean, that's how it works every cycle. People who left early, people who left because they couldn't deal with the volatility. They couldn't deal with the roller coaster. The emotions just got the best of them and they just bounced. They left. They will come back and they're going to be buying these highs, higher highs, and where we got opportunities to buy these things while they're low, they're not going to have those opportunities. Nine Chosen One, what's going on with you, man? What's my man name? Crypto. What's your handle, man? Nine Chosen One. That's my dude over there. Crypto something. The riser. He says September is going to be a bloody month. Could be. Could be. But I do remember January 2024, when the spot Bitcoin ETFs were first approved. It was not good. It was nasty. We did see a lot of red candles, but what happened 4-5 weeks after that? We saw a great explosion. So if the Clarity Act, September 15th, is a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, and we do see another sell-off, I'm gonna be buying the dips. I'm gonna be in position. I'm gonna be ready. Be ready to buy the dips because I know it's going to explode. It's going to run right back up. He thinks crypto's going to tank hard. Bitcoin will hit $45,000. Hey, you got a 50% chance. 50% chance you're right, 50% chance that you're wrong. But if you're wrong and you wasn't dollar cost averaging throughout this bear market of 2026, you're going to have to buy up the top. You're going to have to FOMO in. You're going to have to figure out when and where do I start buying. Bobby Carter, what's going on with you, man? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. My man Bobby Carter said, I think this is all just a fake out. Definitely possible. But if it is just a fake out, it is not just Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not the only thing that's pumping. So do you think the entire market is a fake out? Now I could see if it was just Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is not the only thing that's pumping. The entire market is pumping. You got plays like Pendle that's even pumping. Over the past week, look at this. IOTA's up 40%. Monad's up 44%. Bonk. Look at that. We talked about Cash Cat. ZBet Network, everybody know, love, and respect ZBet Network, up 17%. We see some great moves. Jasmine Coin, up 17%. Dog with hat up 43%. Been some great moves over the past week. Over the past month, hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Was June 30th the bottom? We hit $58,000 on June 30th. Was June 30th the bottom? Is crypto back? If I was not buying during the bear markets of 2026, will I be upset at myself because I'm now going to have to FOMO into the market and start to buy these higher highs? Or I could have been buying the discounts. I could have been buying XRP at $1. I could have been buying Solana at $60. But I was thinking quarter four was going to be the bottom. And one young man talked about meme coins. He say, man, I'm not going to buy meme coins. Well, like I say, in the bear market, meme coins crash the hardest. So that will give you a little bit of a heartbreak. It'll break your heart seeing meme coins crash. It'll make you say, I'm never going to buy meme coins again. But when the market is going in the other direction, one of your best friends could be a meme coin. One of your best moves, one of your best plays could be a meme coin. Meme coins explode the hardest when we are going to the upside. It just is what it is. But these are all the things that you learn as you continue to navigate, as you continue to increase your experience in the cryptocurrency market. You take a look at plays like Fartcoin, you take a look at plays like Cascat, Tibber. There's a lot of meme coins that are going to explode. Pepe coin, Bonk, Dog with Hat. They're going to explode. Floki Inu, they're going to explode. He said Quant is still at a steal price. Quant's still low. Casper is still low. The chosen ones say the smart money been loading up during the bear market. When the dumb money left. Man, I don't know. But I know one thing. People were buying during the bear market. People were buying during a bear market, because we understand that after Bitcoin hit its high, after the market hit its top, the year after the Bitcoin halving, we know the year after that, there's going to be a bottom. So on February 1st, when we saw the bloodbath and Bitcoin hit 60K, we were in position. We were prepared. We wasn't super scared like the previous cycle when we really didn't have a lot of experience. In 2022, I didn't have a lot of experience. I didn't understand that damn even though we were buying the bottoms, we were buying, but I didn't understand I should have been buying more, right? $17,000, $16,000 Bitcoin, right? But now that we know, February 1st, 2026, we saw that $60,000 Bitcoin. It was a no-brainer. It's like, you know what? I'm buying Bitcoin and all the other altcoins around it. And said, we're just going to continue to DCA. If it goes lower than that, I'm cool. I'm going to DCA lower than that. Right? But like I say, there are a lot of new altcoins that are on the scene this cycle, which is forcing us to have to do that much more homework. What are these coins? What is GEOD? MET, what the hell is that? BORG, what the hell is that? Right? Tibber, what the hell is that? Gotta figure it out. Circle Internet Group, I gotta figure it out. So homework. Gotta be done. Continue to see post chain. I continue to see post chain. The hell is RB Robitcoin? Okay. But there are a lot of coins out there. VVV, Venice token is a new coin we've been paying attention to. We know Pump coin is going to do well. Get some skin in the game in that while it's low. Ethereum name service, Ethena, Dash, Zcash, all-time high, Discovery Zone. Hyperliquid, all-time high, Discovery Zone. Charts are looking beautiful. Top 100 coins, the charts are looking beautiful. This is what I like to see. Even Cardano. People were calling Cardano out just like they were calling out XRP a few years ago. Cardano's up 33, 34% in the week. This is cryptocurrency. XRP, 35% in 1 week. This is cryptocurrency. Pepe coin, a meme coin, 47.5% in 1 week. This is cryptocurrency. This is what cryptocurrency does. Shiba Inu, hello, 27.9%. Come on, Dogecoin, don't leave me out. I'm up 31% too. Chainlink. Solana, we're talking about big dogs, up 26.5%. Light, this is one of my new coins this cycle. This is one of my new coins this cycle, LIT. I'm already up maybe a 3x on LIT. New coin. Found it on Robinhood a few months ago. Aerial drone, somebody was talking about aerial drone finance earlier. XLM, don't forget about XLM. If you believe in XRP, you better believe in XLM. That's little brother. Old Donald up 61%, huh? Pudgy Penguin, 56%. That's a nice move. So we're going to see what the market have in store for this up and coming week. Crypto bubbles for today. Couple of red spots, but we're still mostly green. Zcash, Ethena, still green. Hyperliquid, still green. Pump, still green. Pudgy Penguin, still green. These are things that you got to pay attention to. Still green. Okay, pay attention. LIT, still green. Didn't have a heavy pullback. Didn't have a heavy correction. Okay, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to the characteristic of said coin. See what Casper been doing. See when Casper's going to have its blow off top. Over the past week, Casper's up 10.73%. That's not a very good performance in comparison to some of the other altcoins. $785 million market cap, sitting at the number 65 spot of the largest cryptocurrency coins in the world. Over the past year, it's still down 68%. All-time high for Casper, about 20 cents. So right now we're just below 3 cents. But when I compare it to some of the other coins, It's not all, it's decent, up 11, 10, 11%, but we've seen some of the other coins outperform Casper by a whole lot. So these are some of the things that I always look at when I'm comparing the coins to the markets. We could even take Casper and compare it to Ethereum. Let's compare Casper to Ethereum. Even old man Ether is outshining and performing Casper over the past week. Ethereum is in orange. Casper is in blue. Over the past week, old man Ether has outperformed Casper. Over the past month, old man Ether has outperformed Casper. You can't make this stuff up. Numbers do not lie. Over the past year, damn, Ethereum still outperformed Casper. Interesting. This is how I like to look at my coins when I'm deciding the strength of said coin. When I'm deciding how heavy of a position to get into a particular coin, I got to compare it to some of the other big dogs. How has it performed up against Bitcoin? How have it performed up against Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, etc.? 77,146 price target for Bitcoin, currently sitting at still up 21.92% over the week. Huge week for Bitcoin. Whenever Bitcoin's up 22%, that is huge. That is exciting. Ethereum up 28.36% over the past week. Both of your big dogs looking good, doing good. That means the market is healthy. Ethena is up 95% over the past week. Stacks is up 85% over the past week. Pump Fund, we ain't gonna be talking about this dude. Zcash, everybody know about Zcash. Everybody know the pumps that Zcash has been having all year. Even when some of the other altcoins were dried up, not moving at all, Zcash was one of the ones that said, come on, y'all, let's do this. Let's do this. Zcash was the front runner of 2026. And this is LIT, up 55% on the week. Pudgy Penguins. Is it about time to get back into Pudgy Penguins? Pudgy Penguins is still down 73% over the year. The current market cap right now, $593 million market cap. Market cap back in 2025 was $2.4 billion market cap. So you're talking about a 5x, 6x if it gets back to that level. All-time high for Pudgy Penguins, about 45 cents. We're not even a penny right now. We're not even a penny right now. We hit 45 cents in 2025. No, oops. That's 0.045. Oh, 4.5 cents. Okay. Okay, 4.5 cents. So we're about a 5x away from all-time high. JoJo, what's going on with you, brother? Welcome to the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. If this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, Do me a favor and hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy. He say XRP will shock the world. I believe that. And a lot of other folks out there in the cryptocurrency believe that XRP will shock the world. I really believe that. And we still know that XRP still got a lot of NDAs out there. Still got a lot of non-disclosures out there with several banks and businesses that they have planned partnerships with. Nobody's talking about that, but it's a thing. It is a thing. Hyperliquid is sitting at number 9. If they were to bring Hyperliquid over to the United States, can you imagine what Hyperliquid is going to do? Currently sitting at $20 billion market cap. It'll probably be testing Solana. It'll be testing for the number 7 spot as the largest cryptocurrency in the world. $80 Hyperliquid. I could see a $250 Hyperliquid easy. Currently in discovery zone at all-time high. Hyperliquid's doing its thing. Brand new coin came out December 2024. Not even 2 years old. Sitting at discovery zone. It's sitting at all-time high currently right now, while most coins are down 30%. Most coins are down 50-60% from the previous year's all-time high. You take a look at Hyperliquid. What is it doing over the previous year? From the previous year, it's up 81%. These are the things that you got to pay attention to. You got to pay attention to the characteristics of your particular coins. Other coins are down over the past year. Even Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, 95% of the coins are down. 99% of the coins are down from the last year. Hyperliquid is up 81% from the previous year. If you don't understand what that means, I can't help you. If you don't understand how powerful that is, take a look at Binance Coin. Over the past year, Binance Coin's down 20. And that's excellent. That's not bad at all. Pay attention to that also. Remember how bullish everybody was on Binance Coin in 2025 when Binance Coin hit $1,300. Binance Coin's under $700. People not going to want to buy Binance Coin until it hit 1,000. Why not buy it now? But I get it. I get it. Jojo said $100 for XRP by the end of the year is very possible if the Clarity Act and a few more catalysts happen. A few more catalysts like what? For $100 XRP, it's gonna need more than a few more catalysts, brother. But this is cryptocurrency. I would love to see $100 XRP. $100 XRP. You talking about if it was to do a 10x, that'd be $15. You talking about $1 trillion market cap. If it hit $30, that's a $2 trillion market cap. So you're talking about $6 trillion market cap for XRP. By the end of the year, come on, man. Bitcoin's only 1.54 trillion. How can XRP be 6 trillion by the end of the year? Ethereum is not even a $1 trillion market cap. Don't let them fool you, JoJo. There's a lot of folks out there giving a lot of hopium about XRP. A lot of folks out there giving a lot of hopium about a lot of coins. Don't let them fool you. Do your own research, brother. And after doing your own research, if you still believe that XRP can do $100 by the end of the year, shouts out to you. Shouts out to you, my boy. He said reverse carry trade in Iran war stopping, and they're injecting 30 trillion into crypto. So how much do you think Bitcoin is going to be? How much do you think Bitcoin is going to be by the end of the year? If you say XRP is going to hit a $6 trillion market cap, if Bitcoin was a $6 trillion market cap, that'd be about $300,000 for Bitcoin. You think Bitcoin going to be about 300K by the end of the year? Even if the war ended and they're injecting whatever into crypto, do you think Bitcoin is going to be at 300K by the end of 2026? That's very bullish. We'll be lucky to see Bitcoin at 300,000, the next all-time high of this current cycle in 2029. But if we were to have a super cycle, hey, anything's possible, brother JoJo. I wouldn't mind. You wouldn't see me complaining. You'll see me running all the way to the bank. Matter of fact, I'll probably be ticked off because I've probably been pulled everything out. I'll be like, damn, I done sold all my XRP. You got to play out accordingly, right? I get it. So the fight between XRP and Bitcoin has always been a thing. The push between Ethereum and Bitcoin has always been a thing. Last cycle, folks were talking about, will Ethereum be able to flip Bitcoin? So XRP is up about 15% this week, 20%. But Bitcoin weekly candle opened nearly 62,900 and it's currently trading around $77,000. That's roughly 22%. So depending on which window you measure, Bitcoin is actually ahead of XRP, not behind it. But XRP is clearly beating Ethereum. The Bitcoin part is a kind of like a measurement artifact. But 1 week of performance can tell you a lot about beta, not upside. The coin that just ran 15% has less upside than it had 7 days ago, not more. Upside is kind of like distance to a level, plus the odds of getting there. And a green week shrinks the first half of that. So what I would really actually watch is Bitcoin's move is the one with the structural story kind of behind it. It's pushing back into the bull market super band after months below it. So if it closes the week up there and holds the retest, that changes the trend on the higher time frame, which what is really significant. That's what matters. Everything else in the market is downstream of that. Everything else in the market is downstream of what Bitcoin does. Ethereum at 4.5%, 5% is the data point that nobody's talking about. And the most important one here. In most rotations, Ethereum leads the altcoin complex because it's the gateway liquidity that sits in before it goes further out the risk curve, right? Ethereum lagging this badly while XRP runs suggests this is a single asset move rather than a broader rotation. Now we know there's so many altcoins that's sitting on the Ethereum blockchain. If Ethereum stays flat while everything else runs, that's usually a warning about how doable the run is. So we definitely need Ethereum to make some explosive moves. Now XRP has the highest beta of the three, which means it gives back when this cools. That's not really a knock on XRP. It's just what the high beta is. So the biggest upside conditional on Bitcoin confirming Ethereum. The biggest upside if you measure in the next 2 weeks and nothing breaks, XRP. The biggest upside adjusted for the odds of being wrong is Bitcoin. So this coming week is very critical for us to identify the validation areas and some of the things that probably will be invalidated. So this coming week is going to be pretty critical for us being able to figure out what direction the rest of this year could be going in. So very interesting moves that we've seen, and it's going to be very interesting to see some of the moves as we continue to push through the 2026 year. Still early. We've just seen some instantaneous excitement. It's been very boring, the year of 2026. So to get a little bit of excitement, that'll wake people up. People are woke. People are awake and paying attention to the cryptocurrency market once again. So make sure you stay tuned. Pay very close to the markets. We talked earlier about September 15th. If you don't know the significance of the September 15th, 2026 date, rewind this video and understand what it is we have to look forward to on September 15th. Monumental moves, monumental decisions on September 15th that could change the landscape of the entire cryptocurrency space. So you want to be in position before things happen, before things start to take off. Q4. Everybody thinking we're going to tank. The markets are going to bottom in Q4 is what a lot of people are thinking. What if the market go left from what a lot of people are thinking and we get explosions, we get parabolic pumps? parabolic pumps and explosions on top of what it is that we're seeing right now, we could see $100,000 Bitcoin in Q4 if that was to occur. The cryptocurrency market has always surprised the cryptocurrency community. How odd is that? How odd is that for you to surprise the community? This is the community that been in cryptocurrency for years. This is the community that should be knowing what to expect. He say XRP is never decoupling. It's going to 50 cents and staying there. XRP is just an old coin now. Damn. Hey, JoJo, he just busted your bubble. JoJo said XRP is going to $100 by the end of the year in 3 months. That's what brother JoJo is stating. Hey, the XRP army is in the house. No way $100. That's what I'm saying. A $10 trillion market cap. I agree with you, man. I'm not buying $10 trillion market cap. JoJo got that hopium. Where they sell that hopium at? JoJo got that hopium under the bridge somewhere. That hopium must be illegal, man. They selling that hopium like that. $100 XRP? Gotta be illegal. Where they selling that at? Get that boy a whole bag of hopium. Chevy 1, 1974. XRP army is in the house. Brother Chevy say they're mad because they didn't buy XRP at 31 cents. He say you hear people saying Ethereum to $20,000. That wouldn't surprise me. If Ethereum hit 20K, that means that'll be like a 8x. Yeah, so that'll be like a, let's see, 3 times 8. That'll be like a $2.4 trillion market cap. That's doable. $2.4 trillion market cap for sure. Wouldn't surprise me. Next cycle, Ethereum should hit 8K. 8K should be easy work for old man Ether. I thought it was going to hit 8K in 2025. So Bitcoin hit $126,000 market cap. $126,000 price last year. It hit a $2.5 trillion market cap. So will it double that? Will it hit a $5 trillion market cap? Okay, so say Bitcoin's at $5 trillion market cap. Yeah, so Ethereum could be at $2.53 trillion market cap. Because if Bitcoin hit $5 trillion and hit $250,000, see, So Ethereum could hit $3-4 trillion market cap. He said, I think if the Democrats take over, it's going to be a very bad year for crypto. Bitcoin should hit 150 to 170K next cycle. Okay. $2.50 XLM is a real possibility to buy 2028. Yeah, I like XLM. I like Stellar. I like XRP. But I know if XRP is successful, XLM Stellar is going to be even that much more successful. I like Solana. I'm deep into Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Cardano, Ethena. I'm in all the E's. ENS, Ethereum Classic, Sui under $1. No brainer, Brody. The Rise at 174, man. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday. It is always good to pay attention to the coins when they are beat down. You take a look at plays like Adara. We know Adara had great moves in 2025, 2024. There was a lot of positive news around HBAR, Adara, and its partnerships last cycle. Adara got down real low, even just recently getting down to 6 cents. I think that was the low point. So as we take a look at several coins, especially altcoins, look like the bottom of altcoins could have been August 15th. Now we know the bottom of Bitcoin so far has been June 30th, where Bitcoin did bottom at $58,000. Now we know altcoins and Bitcoin top at different dates and they bottom at different dates. So far, what it is that we have on deck, data. Bitcoin bottom June 30th, altcoins bottom August 15th. So far, you take a look at the all-time low for altcoins, August 15th. Take a look at the all-time low this year for 2026, June 30th, $58,000. Those are the bottoms so far of 2026. Now, 2026 is for us to pay attention to where the bottom of the bear market is, because we know 2026 is the bear market. Where's the bottom? So far, the bottom has been recorded as being June 30th, the bottom for Bitcoin at $58,000, and August 15th, the bottom for several altcoins. Now we're about 2 weeks from August 15th, and you can see what has been happening over the past week since August 15th, 17th. Ran all the way up to about 9 cents August 21st, exploding, probably up 30%. You take a look at the all-time high for HBAR Adara, and it's about 43, 44 cents that was hit the top of the 2021 market. January 2025, Adara hit 34 cents. And July 2025, Adara hit about 28 cents. Where are we at right now? We're at 7 cents. This is a very ugly chart, but it is what it is. You got bull market, then you got the 2022 bear market. Boom, 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 boom. Bitcoin halving 2024, pop. Here's the bull market. Year after the Bitcoin halving, we're up. So the bear market, we're about 4 cents, 2023, 2022. Now, buying in the bear market is very important. Being patient is very important. You take a look at HBAR, take a look at Adera for prime example. 2022, you just buy anywhere in the bear market and be patient and understand that when the bull market comes, what are you supposed to do? Take profits, make some money, understanding that after the bull market, the bear market is going to come again. There's going to be another bear market in 2030. You think we're going to hold on forever, or do you think we're going to sell and take profits in 2028 and 2029? Fool me once, shame on you. So bear market, 4 cent, HBAR, Adera. Bull market come year after the Bitcoin halving, pop. We're at 30 cents. We're at 35 cents. We were buying in the bear market at 4 cents. Then we go to 35 cents. We hit a 7, 8x. We good. We taking profits, right? So that is how you dominate a Bitcoin cycle. Don't be too greedy. Don't try to be the smartest in the room. And don't overstay your welcome. Don't overstay your welcome. Be cool. Be content with a 5x, 7x. Take some profits. If it pull back down, get some more skin in the game. There's so many different ways to play this market and to dominate. But most importantly, like the example we just saw with HBAR Adera, understand how important it is to buy in the bear market. Otherwise, you're going to be chasing. You're going to have to be buying the higher highs. And it's not going to feel good. Because when you buy the higher highs and you start to FOMO in, you start to chase these plays when they're green, then you're going to be upset because you're going to see a correction. You're going to be like, damn, I'm at a negative again. Any of these coins we could take a look at and can see the same trajectory. Take a look at Chainlink. Let's look at the 2022 bear market of Chainlink. 2022 bear market of Chainlink, we were buying Chainlink at $6, $7, right? We know the Bitcoin halving is 2024. We're going to hold until the year after the Bitcoin halving. Where was Chainlink the year after the Bitcoin halving in 2025? 26, 27 bucks. 25 bucks. So we were $6 in the bear market. 2025, we get $25. We got to be cool with our 4, 5x. We got to be cool with the 4 or 5x. Don't overstay your welcome. Understand where the zones are, where the buy zones. That's why if you're over there in the Patreon, we talk about the details of all this stuff. Where are the buy zones? Where are the heat zones? Where are the hot spots? Where are the pockets at? The areas and places I should be paying attention to. Where are the traps? Right? How to make money in cryptocurrency. Solana is still holding strong. Got rejected once again at just before $100 a few days ago. Now it's sitting at $93.84. Still up 24.4% on the week though. Let's take a look at the pre-markets. Let's take a look at the pre-markets for the stock market. See how things are looking for tomorrow. Look at the future markets. The futures are down. Just a little bit, not a lot. You see Bitcoin is up $58, 68 bucks. Russell 2000 is up just about even. So everything looks fairly flat, just about even. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. Got an article down here, Yahoo Finance. Scott Bessent just kicked the Bitcoin debasement trade into another gear. That could be a positive catalyst that could push the cryptocurrency markets, continue to push it pumps through this week. He says, as long as XRP stays above $1.35 for the next few weeks, I'll be good. Chevy One say, I remember buying Solana at $3.25. Damn, what ifs? What ifs? I remember when Solana did dump last cycle, $7-8. We was probably buying at about $15. Yep, but there's another coin out there, Chevy. There's another Solana out there that we're able to buy today. And years from now, we'll look back on it saying, damn, I was buying this at $3.25. Now it's at $93. It's always what ifs, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's why it's so important to be diversified. You want to make sure that your portfolio is very well diversified, because you just never know what coin is going to be the one that explodes. What coin is going to be the one that could be the Solana, could be the Ethereum, could be the Hyperliquid or the Zcash, right? Zcash over the past year is up 1,828%. Most coins are down 40, 50, 60% still from the last year. Zcash is up over 1,800%. We're talking about an 18x from last year. There's always a bull market somewhere. There was always a bull market somewhere. Zcash is trading at $44. September 2025. $13-14 billion market cap. Sitting at number 11. Yeah, I believe XRP is still sitting at a wonderful price that it's at right now, $1.46. Wouldn't be surprised to see a $10 XRP. If XRP gets to about $10, you're talking about over a $1 trillion market cap. Wouldn't surprise me. That means that Ethereum would have to do like a 5x, 4x, get to $8,000, $9,000. Wouldn't surprise me. But this is where things kick in gear. This is where the steam starts to flow. It starts to get hot in the kitchen. The heat starts to flare up. The gear starts to shift. First gear, the second gear, you want to be paying attention. You want to have your alerts on. You want to be ready. You want to be paying attention. You do not want to be left behind. You do not want to be saying, damn, I remember when Solana was $3.25. I remember when XRP was $1 just a few weeks ago, August 1st. Now XRP, you turn around and be $5-6. Get in position early. Strategize, plan, and prepare your portfolio accordingly. What is your dollar cost average procedures? What type of plans do you have in place to better help you to dominate this current cycle? We could go back and look at 2022. We could say, damn, when Bitcoin hit $15,000, $16,000, I wish I would have been buying there. Well, we got another chance and opportunity in 2026. Another chance and opportunity to buy the bottoms of several altcoins. Getting in early, being patient and holding. The process must be trusted, though. Very important. It is not easy to trust the process, especially when you're opening up your portfolio every day. You taking a look at these charts every day. You listen to a lot of the noise, a lot of the fear mongering that is going to be looming around the cryptocurrency market, especially during a time when we will and are could be having corrections. When the markets start to retrace is where people start to panic and start to deviate away from their fundamentals. That is why it's so important to be involved in a cryptocurrency group. So important to catch the Stock Holiday live shows, so you can have a group of people to bounce ideas off of, to chat with, give your opinion, listen to others' opinions, connect with us in the Patreon. We talk, chop it up all day, bouncing ideas off each other. So we're going to see how this week plays out. Looked at the future markets. Things look flat so far. I'm expecting us to have a great week this coming week. Expecting things to continue to push green. How high will Bitcoin go? Will Bitcoin get rejected again at $80,000? It got rejected last week at 79. Will we get it rejected again, or will we cross over and break the $80,000 mark? These are some of the things that we have on our plate for the upcoming week, which is exciting. This is what we have been needing in the cryptocurrency space. We've been needing some excitement. It's been so boring. It's been a lot of doom and gloom. So we need some excitement. We need some encouragement. We need some wins. We need some wins. And that is what we have been getting over the past week. So we want to continue to see the wins pour in. We want to continue to see our portfolios pump. Can we get another up 20% next week? Can we get another up 10% next week? Once people start FOMOing back in, that could be it. People have the fear of missing out. Once people start to flow back in, that'll push the price up. And as the price gets pushed up, the more FOMO gets pushed up. And that is how the markets pump. Liquidity starts to flow into the market. Hit that like button if you're still hanging with me, if you're still rocking and rolling on the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Bitcoin is sitting at $77,000. The Bitcoin dominance 59.2%. The Ethereum dominance is 11.3%. Old man Ether is holding strong. Do not count old man Ether out. Up 28% over the past week. Ethereum is back. Cryptocurrency is back. XRP is up 47% over the past week. Solana is nearing $94. Cryptocurrency is back. Altcoins are pumping. Meme coins are pumping. Hyperliquid, all-time high. Discovery Zone. Zcash, all-time high. Discovery Zone. This is what it is that we like to see. This is what we want to see in the cryptocurrency market as we continue to pull further and further out of the depths of the bear market. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me on the Sunday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday.